Hey there, and welcome to my kitchen. I am Bee from Thermomix, and today's session is a wonderful introduction, if you haven't seen, about hemp seed, a really great ingredient that helps you get a little bit more protein in your diet. And surprisingly, it's jam-packed full of omega-3 and omega-6 elements as well. So, if you haven't heard of this fantastic ingredient, do yourself a favor and do a little Google search, and you will find some very interesting information about this. The reason I am doing a little blurb about it this week is because hemp seeds actually have protein in it, and something my dietitian has encouraged that I need to include a little bit more in my diet as I'm a vegan. So I'm going to show you one of my favorite pestos. It's a really wonderful, simple, easy recipe to do. It is on Cookie Dough. It's called Basil, Avocado, and Hemp Pesto. So it's basically a 5-minute recipe. So let's get started. I'll walk you through the process. The first ingredient it calls for is 40 grams worth of basil. I wish you could smell this. It smells amazing. I've gone ahead and I've picked those leaves off. It's just the leaves, and washed those so that they are ready to actually use straight away. So pop that into your machine. And then it calls for 30 grams of pine nuts. So not too much. So we can sprinkle that in, pine nuts. If, for example, you are nut-free, so pine nuts are not nuts, I'm just going to explain, because the next ingredient it's going to call for is walnuts. Same, 30 grams worth of walnuts. If you are not allowed to have walnuts, substitute that and have either, I think the next best option is pepitas or pumpkin seeds. That's another great, fantastic substitute, or otherwise sunflower seeds or sesame seeds. So I will be using some cashew nuts. This is what I'm trying to use up at the moment because I have quite a bit and my family love cashew nuts. So you can always substitute with whatever nuts you have, or otherwise the non-nut versions. So the next ingredient is 30 grams worth of your hemp seed. I'm just going to pour that in. There we go. And then the next ingredient is 2 cloves of garlic. Adjust this according to what you would prefer. I had one massive one, so I'm going to put that in. And then also the flesh of 1 avocado pear. So make sure it is soft. I know I have done this before with the harder one. It doesn't have the same creaminess, I suppose that would be the best word. It gives almost like a raw taste of the avo. So just put the flesh in there, depending on how much you have. I mean, I have a really massive avocado pear. But I love my avo, lovely and creamy and smooth. So this is actually a really great substitute. Instead of having guacamole, this is another option. And if you haven't tried this recipe, please give it a go. Remember, as I said, basil, avo, and hemp seed pesto. I use this as a dip all the time. You can use it with your pesto, with your pasta, but I love this as a dip. So half a teaspoon of your salt. So you can adjust this according to what you prefer. And then also it says 2 tablespoons worth of lemon juice. I'm just going to eyeball this because I have gone ahead and squeezed this ahead of time. So let me just pull this little seed out. I don't want to be putting the seed in there. So roughly 2 tablespoons. I don't mind if it's a little bit tangy as well. So just according to your taste buds, you can change that. And then 30 grams worth of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, whatever you have. And then what you want to do is blitz this up. It's very simple. You literally just put everything in. 5 seconds, speed number 10. Now, obviously, if it needs a little bit more mixing, you can do that. So I'm just going to do that now and have a look. All right, I will give it another mix because my avocado pear was very big and it didn't go right down to the bottom. So I'll just repeat that step. And the way you do that is just return back. So at the top left of your machine, you just push the back arrow and you'll be able to access that step once more. So let me just do that. And then I will show you how amazing this recipe is. I'm going to taste test it too, so you know what it's about. That's it. I'm not going to do the full 5 seconds worth. And then scrape down your sides. And then it says again, repeat that same step, which I've done. So I'm going to skip over that part. You can serve this, as I said, with your pasta. It is a pesto, just not the exact same type that you would ordinarily see with dried tomatoes. It is with basil, hemp seed, and avocado pear. But I'm going to show you the texture of this. It is amazing. It's very, very soft. If you are very picky and you want to make sure you get rid of like really big pieces of your basil, I would do the basil step first. I'm actually going to have a bit of a taste of it so I can let you guys know. And as I mentioned, if you need to adjust the lemon, the amount of lemon, salt, whatever it is that you have included in that, if you love your pepper, you can put in your black pepper. I'm going to have a taste of this. That is just so, I cannot explain it. My mouth is actually watering. It's that delicious. So please give this recipe a go. I would encourage you to do that. It is so delicious. I'm going to pop on a photograph of what this looks like. I've messed a little bit on the side there. But this is it. It's super creamy, super delicious, and very, very Moorish. Like you want to have another spoon in your mouth. It is very, very good. So I'll also include the link on how to access this recipe from cookiedoo.com.au. Give it a go. Let me know what you think. If you've tried this recipe before, let me know if it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm curious to know. So I hope you have a fantastic evening, what's left of your day, and I will see you again next week. Take care.